Anyway, welcome to this video.
Yeah.
We are doing a Hamilton review.
So far, we love it.
But we haven't even watched it yet. Yeah, so in case you guys don't know, I mean, I'm sure you do if you're watching this video.
Wait,
Hamilton.
Turn it into you.
In case you guys don't know, Hamilton is... You probably do know if you're watching this video, but Hamilton is this giant pop culture theater...
Battle.
Yeah, basically a rap battle between Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton. But, yeah, so the film, it's originally a theater piece, but it was filmed and now it's on Disney+.
It's July 3rd.
It is, and we're very excited to watch it. Emma and I are gonna watch it, and then tomorrow we might watch it with our parents, but...
And then we're gonna
excited.
Someday.
We're doing a lot of
It's gonna be,
reviews.
like, in 10 seconds, but
Yeah, for you it's gonna be in a couple of minutes, but for us it's gonna be like a couple of weeks,
Laura
okay?
knows our password.
Let's just see Emma's account. There it is!
Wow, we should probably be a little bit more quiet, huh?
Yeah, Mom's asleep.
High five. What am I watching? Oh, last night I watched Descendants.
You did?
That's why I went to sleep so late.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
Okay.
It's almost 3 hours right
Whoa. It's as long as The Irishman.
there. Or, that's shorter than Endgame,
Wow.
which is also on here. We're not sponsored or anything. We just love Hamilton.
We would
and
like
we
to
want to
be.
watch it. Yeah, we would like to be sponsored. We'd like to get money, but
It.
let's go. That's a Hamilton quote, too. And we just realized our chairs aren't plugged in. And that's because we went camping, which we also did a review on. If you go check it out.
Try it.
There it goes.
Okay. So the outlet was just off.
Now we can watch it.
Not the outlet.
Yeah. We had to pause because Kayla, are you coming up? There you are. Forgot a blanket.
Okay, well that's not true. We started it after we turned on Emma turned on the chairs and I was like, wait, I should have grabbed a blanket, and she's just like, no, Kayla, you're starting it.
We just watched Satisfied. Really, Kayla? We just watched Satisfied. And it's pretty awesome so far, except there's no dialogue, which is kind of frustrating.
Well, I mean, we knew that, but I thought that there was gonna be at least a little dialogue.
Don't mind our, washing machine right there, but that's
The
okay.
best part by far is either Lafayette or Jonathan Groff as the king.
His face was straight the entire
Because
time.
he's just really great at it.
There you go, people. This is the intermission.
Okay, so far, you want to do favorite part, least favorite part?
Yeah, just a little overview.
Or
and of course, a
do
lot
you-
of this will probably just be reviewed in the end.
So far, my favorite part is the King George.
Yes, definitely. Jonathan Groff as King George is better than I thought.
At first, I was like, okay, whatever, those are just, little snippets. We hate King George, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw it performed, and I'm like,
He's amazing.
that foot stamp with the light, that's awesome. My least favorite part, that there's no dialogue.
Yeah. I thought
And,
that there's
also Lauren's dying, but
I thought there was gonna be a little bit of dialogue, but
Yeah.
there isn't unless you count rapping as dialogue.
yeah.
Okay, it's kind of dark in here.
It is. Okay, my favorite part besides King George, because King George is the best. Lafayette
Yeah.
and his giant rapping number. I just love how he was like such a minor character, and minor in being like he wasn't the main focus. Like he had his funny points, and which were great, and he had his little bits, but like that was when he was like, "This is my show. You're really here to see Lafayette, not Hamilton."
Yeah. Wait, he'll have his say in part 2.
I know, right? I'm looking forward to that. And what else? I do notice how frustrating the choreography is to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the big numbers I enjoy. But the emotional numbers, like wait for it, Dear Theodosia, they're just sitting there or just standing there and they're not doing anything. It's frustrating because it's like you could have done so much more to make that more impactful.
And now, back to the show.
Okay, guys, how far are we into this thing? Where we have like half an hour left, less than that. It's going pretty good. I have a lot of thoughts going through my head, a lot of opinions, because we all know I'm super opinionated. So yeah, we're just at the part where It's Quiet Uptown just ended. So we're just waiting for Emma. Then we'll finish. Okay, it's over. We're done.
It's 9:45.
Yeah, it was late. We started at what, like 6? 6 something?
6:30.
Yeah. We did take like a couple breaks, but those weren't very long.
It wasn't 3 hours long. It was almost 3 hours.
2 hours and 40 minutes, which is about how long the track is. So I thought there was going to be dialogue. There was no dialogue. It was all the entire soundtrack. So if you've listened to the soundtrack, you know what this is going to be. Just saying. Anything to add before we...
Nope, switching over to the review.
See you there.
So for all of you who don't know, this is Fred. He's my chicken dinosaur. Because Kayla thought he looks like a chicken, but he's a dinosaur. So about a week ago, Kayla and I, watched...
And Fred, no,
and,
not.
Well,
No,
Fred
Fred
was
was
there.
not a part of the party.
We watched Hamilton on Disney Plus, July 3rd. Please don't talk over me or rap over me. And then on Monday?
No, it was Sunday.
Sunday.
It was Sunday.
It would have been the 5th. We watched it again with our parents.
So Hamilton, an American musical, is this giant cultural phenomenon. It is a musical about the life of founding father Alexander Hamilton, and it basically just goes through his whole life and his triumphs and many, many, many failures in life. Which, yeah, I really like it. It's just this mix of like rap and hip hop music telling the story of the founding fathers and how it came to be, but it was mostly centered. It's around Alexander Hamilton, so it's not like a comprehensive history. It's what happened in his life.
Right. So, also some important information I think would be it was originally. Where was the original?
It originally debuted officially for Broadway. There's a whole ton of other history, but it debuted officially at the Richard Rodgers Theater in New York.
In 2015, was
Yeah,
it? 2015. And then
The whole thing is written by Lin-Manuel Miranda and stars big names like Leslie Odom Jr., Lin-Manuel Miranda, Philippa Sue.
Daveed Diggs.
Yeah, any of them ring a bell. Jonathan Groff. Jonathan Groff's a big one.
Yeah, he was in Frozen.
He's in a lot of stuff. It's directed by Thomas Kail, I think, and
based on the book by
Ron Chernow.
We're
just like, I did a report
Yeah.
on Lin-Manuel Miranda, so I'm just like, naming it off.
Kayla has the big book of history, so I'm just trying
I have
to...
it in my room. So this is Hamilton the Revolution. I don't know when it was published, but it's
Kayla, we're reviewing the musical.
But
not the
this is
book.
really great. The pictures are so good.
Now let's actually move on to the review. So, overall,
Sorry.
Overall, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I thought it was a little frustrating that there was no dialogue.
Yeah, I thought that there was going to be a little bit of dialogue, but there wasn't any. It was all rapping
And
and singing.
maybe it was cool because, you know, it had no dialogue. Like, I've never seen a musical that didn't have any dialogue in it. But it was a lot of music all at once. And I would have appreciated just a little bit, even if it was like 10 seconds of just George Washington exchanging words with Hamilton, you know.
Yeah.
What about you? Just generally, what did you think?
I think it was good. Like the dialogue thing, I don't really know what to say other than that. I mean, like,
It was a little frustrating.
I guess there was some dialogue, like in Right Hand Man, when they have Your Excellency, you wanted to see me. Yes, come in, Hamilton. Have you met Berg? Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We keep meeting like that.
But that's like in time with the music. I would have liked it to be just like no music, you know?
I think the good thing about that though is when you listen to the soundtrack, which a lot of us do, you get the whole picture. Sometimes it's hard when you listen to a soundtrack of a musical without actually seeing it because you can't. You have to fill in the holes, and you don't know how to do that. And you don't have to do that with Hamilton because it's literally the whole play.
Yeah, don't get us wrong. We thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
We really liked it. It's just, you know, if we had to be nitpicky, which we are.
Okay. Can we please talk about Jonathan Groff? Jonathan Groff is
The best
King George
character.
is the best thing ever. And I think you said this where it's like, when you're listening to the soundtrack, it's like, oh, he has 3 songs.
Like, whatever.
Great.
Yeah.
Those 3 songs are the best thing I have seen.
We were watching.
And I'm being overdramatic, but it's great. When he came off, what was it? It was his What Comes Next, and then it was one of his last solo. And he just goes over to the corner and sits in a seat, and then just like dances like this to the room where it happens. It was great.
It was hilarious.
Yeah. I think his character made a lot of difference.
Yeah, I also...
It's the highlight of the whole thing, I'm not kidding.
Speaking of comedic characters, W. Diggs.
I just keep remembering this one part.
When they do Washington on Your Side, Thomas Jefferson's standing there like, man, Hamilton beat me. I'm so upset, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then Aaron Burr comes out from behind him and he goes, how'd you get here?
He just starts rapping and he's whoa.
Yeah, it's funny.
I want to know how much of that was Thomas Jefferson and how much of that was David Diggs forgetting that Leslie Odom Jr. was coming back behind him. I really liked Lafayette too. I loved
Lafayette.
Lafayette. Yes. I loved the whole what is it? Reprise. The Story of Tonight. That was great. Oh, Lafayette was like, it's like, you gotta get your right hand back, and as soon as like Washington lifted his pen, he was like, I'm taking it, and just ran.
What was your most favorite out of all of it?
Most favorite what? Song?
Just anything.
I don't remember it that well.
Your most favorite part? Well, you would have remembered.
King George.
King George? Okay,
King
we already
George.
talked about him, so my most favorite part was Strangling Fred. I think we already talked about it. King George.
Yeah, he's so great.
George Washington was pretty awesome too.
I do want to say though, well, I think it's because I've heard so much about how Christopher Jackson is like amazing, and then I watched it and I was like, I mean, he's not horrible. He's good at what he does.
He's an awesome singer.
But I'm just like, okay, like, sure.
So if you had to pick, what would be your least favorite part?
Probably the choreography. Or part of the choreography. Yeah.
We had a little rant in the middle of the show. I actually got it on video, but I cut most of it out so she can rant now. Okay, go, proceed.
So the choreography was a little annoying to me because initially I was really annoyed because you know the choreography in My Shot is a really good example. The beginning, I was really annoyed because they literally just standing there. And I mean, some of that is understandable because your rap is your dialogue. So, like, again, even if you're talking, you're moving. You're not, like, standing there staring intensely at each other talking. You're moving. And I just got annoyed because they would, just stand still. But at the end, that's what I thought would happen, where they're all moving. Does that make sense? Where, like, there was some standing still, but some movement as well. Or, like, I think Stay Alive is a good example of that. Like, Wait For It really got on my nerves. Because literally everyone's sitting or standing. And I can understand, like my mom said, from an emotional point of view, his heart was just broken. Like, if I had my heart broken, I probably wouldn't be singing out and dancing. But my point is, the ensemble could have been, I don't know, doing something else than just sitting there staring at him sing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. My least favorite part was the dialogue, no dialogue. But we already touched on that, so I won't go any farther. So, my favorite song... Well, What Did I Miss, obviously.
Yes.
I also really like to Take a Break. And I'm sure I like almost all of them. So I'm just, these are the ones that keep popping up in my head. We Know. What he goes, oh! That's hilarious.
The end where he's just like...
Yeah.
One thing I did notice was Leslie Odom Jr.'s voice was kind of annoying to me. And I think that's just because, like, again, I've heard how he's, like, great. And I'm not saying that he's not great. It's just his voice changed the view of the character. Does that make sense? So in the record... The album.
The recording.
Yeah. His voice was deeper, and or not deeper, but, like, it sounded different. And it made me think that Aaron Burr was this wise...
Yeah.
Calm character, but when he performed it, it sounded whiny
and
it made him sound immature. Does that make sense? Which obviously he can't control what his voice sounds like. That's how he sings, and that's okay. But it just changed the view of it changed how I viewed his character, and it made his actions seem less like wise decisions and more like impatient, like childish play.
What was your favorite song?
Don't make me choose. Obviously, What Comes Next.
Yeah. The one where he stamps his foot with the light.
I think that's what comes next.
The Room Where It Happened was also really cool.
Yeah, I don't know what my favorite song was.
Oh, my
Yes.
camera battery's about to die. Okay, so
We're gonna end it here.
because my camera's about to die. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like,
And hit the little notification
And
bell that
share.
we've discussed several times.
Highly recommend you watch Hamilton. It's awesome. Bye.